In the final episode, we are going to look at personal development goals and pillars of personal development, while I also introduce personal development planning. We have looked at the importance of personal development and the objectives for personal development for educators, and then more importantly, we want to look at personal development goals. Now, you have seen that personal development is non-negotiable and it is important for your growth and development and for you to become a better person, even personally and professionally. So to start with, it is important that you set goals that you want to achieve. Setting goals to achieve is paramount to whatever personal development you want to engage in. Like I do say, without goals, there can't be growth. Without goals, there can't be growth. Growth is only measurable when there are goals. Growth is only evident when there are goals. Of course, this is quite important that we look at some of the things that we want to achieve. We'll be giving different examples, some of the things that we want to achieve. To start with, we need to take personal audit. Personal audit. Do well to evaluate yourself as an educator based on one, your skill. What skills do you have? Look at 21st century demands. Of course, we have the learning skill, the literacy skill, the media skills, etc. Now, at least in the 21st century, there are about 20 critical skills that are required that everyone should have. Now, more importantly, there are about 7 skills that every educator should have. So you look at your skill level, and then of course you audit it. How good are you in with those skills? How skillful are you? What is the level of those skills? For instance, now in my communication skill, is it A, is it B, is it C? Rate your skills. Look at all the skills. The one that you do not have, write them down. The one that you have but they are not good, maybe they are the level of C. Be honest with yourself. Maybe they are the level of C part. You want to see how you want to upgrade them to become A. So these are some of the things you are going to do in the personal evaluation. Number 2, you look at your abilities, some of the things that you can do. You look beyond the classroom. What are your social impact? Have you made impact within the community that you are, even within your school, in the life? And then you look at your relationship. You look at your habits. You look at your knowledge level. How knowledgeable are you? You look at your personal management level. How good are you in managing things, managing stress, managing time, managing relationship, etc. So look at skills, look at your personal management, look at your abilities, look at your learning curve. How much have you learned? How much you still need to learn? Then of course rate all of these things in A, B, C, D, E, so that you can know the level you are. And then of course decide on some of the things you want to start with. Now this is when there is personal audit or personal evaluation. That is when you now begin to develop goals. Now, once you are able to take critical time to evaluate yourself and you have listed them down, then start from somewhere. List those goals. Okay, now I in the area of skills, I am deficient as far as people skills are concerned. My grade level there is E. So at the urgent level, now I need to improve my people skill. You have to look at the in setting goals. Now you have to look at the ones that are urgent, that are in demand. Like every educator, you have to be a good communicator. You have to have a strong emotional intelligence. You have to be creative, critical thinking, problem solving. These are collaboration. These are critical skills for educators. You look at the ones that are very, very urgent, and then you list them down. Okay, in my people skill, I am an E person there. So my goal is that between now and ending of March, or between now and 1 month, I want to become A in people skills. I want to become A in people skills. So you set those goals. Your goals has to tally with, one, your overall aspiration as an educator, your overall dreams as an educator. It also has to tally with objectives of personal development that we have discussed about. So after looking at your goals can be different from mine. It could be to improve your communication skill. It could be to be open to new opportunities. The examples of goals are on the screen that you can see. It could be to be able to cope with stress. Some people don't know how to cope with stress. That could be a personal development. They want to learn. They want to be better at coping with stress, whether it is emotional, or health-wise, or physical stress. So whatever your goals are, I usually recommend that personal development goals in a year should not be more than 12, so that every single month you are focusing on one, and then you are focusing on to the extent that you will not only develop it from E level, you develop it to A level, so that at every of those goals that you have set, you become exceptional. If you want to be good with communication, you become exceptional. Don't forget the chart, Mr. A, from E level to A level. See how he was rising. So you want to do that. So after setting the goals, then you there's another course we are going to do called personal development planning. We will tell you some of the things that you are going to do. Then when you set those goals, when you set those goals, you want to begin to see how the activities that involves around developing or achieving those goals. For example, if it is communication, maybe I want to take training. Maybe I want to hire a coach to train me on communication. Maybe I want to engage in different activities that will improve my communication level. So we will treat this more under personal development planning. Quite important. So you set goals and set activities beside it that will ensure that you achieve those goals. People that will even help you with those goals. You set it there. So after personal audit, the next thing is goals and activities, and then taking actions to develop yourself. More of this will be talked about doing personal development planning. Now, as we round off this personal development for educators, we look at pillars of personal development. These are things that must be in place, or these are things that must be evident in your journey of personal development. Number one is vision. Vision. Personal development will not be effective when there is no vision. Your vision is your picture for the future. Your vision is your picture for the future. That is what you are looking at, what you are seeing, what you want to achieve, what you want to become, your overall. So in the next 5 years, this is what Adeola is going to look like, professionally, personally, etc. So ensure that you have a well-written, well-stated vision statement and mission, and even mission statement, and even core values. So this vision and mission statement are your guide that will be leading you to activities that even mobilize you or influence you to engage more in personal development. Vision is important to effective personal development. They are like a guide, they are like a map that helps you navigate well. Have a vision as an educator. As an educator, what's your vision? What's your vision for education sector? What's your vision for your classroom? What's your vision for your student? What's your vision for your organization? what's your vision in the next 10 years as an educator? Very important. Number two is planning. We'll see the course about the personal development planning, but however, personal development is hinged on effective planning. Since you are developing yourself, you are building yourself. It's like a house that do not have a plan, the builders will suffer. A house that do not have a plan, the builders will be stressed off because they do not know where to continue from. They do not know where they are going, and then of course they do not know what is next after they have done another thing. So personal development requires adequate strategic planning, adequate, effective, sustainable strategic planning. And of course, personal development is hinged on goals. You must have goals and objectives in mind before you engage in personal development. You must say, okay, this is what I want to achieve. This is how I'm going to achieve them. These are bit by bit. By the end of week 1, I would have achieved this. All these goals are important to ensuring they are the way that they are tools to making sure personal development is effective and sustainable. Then personal development again is hinged on trainings. You want to subject yourself to trainings, to whether it is a group training, whether it's personal training practices, whether it is, even if you are going for programs and like, they are also trainings. Trainings are tools for transformation. You become from being a novice to be knowledgeable, from being weak to become strong. So they are tools, they are important tools. You want to subject yourself to training. And then personal development is hinged on motivation. When I was engaging a lot, I'm still engaging because every day I have to improve. I want to improve myself as well. I said motivation because for you to continue, for personal development to be sustainable, motivation is needed. There will be sometimes you get tired, you do not want to continue, or things are not the way you expect it to be, and then of course your personal development, irrespective of what is happening, is not negotiable, and it should be a daily thing. Personal development must be a daily thing. And as such, it requires that you are well motivated. So, and motivation is not coming from any source, but from you. You are your own motivator. So, personal development is hinged on motivation, having the right motivation and the right motives to it. And then personal development is also hinged on creativity. You being creative and flexible enough to adopt methods or techniques to help yourself develop. There are sometimes that some things will not be convenient, so you need to be creative enough to say, oh, this is not working for me well, or can I try this? And of course become flexible, maybe because of the environment that you are, etc. But one of the things that I usually tell people is personal development is not negotiable. It is not a monthly thing. It is not a routine. It's a way of life. It is not a routine, it's a way of life. And of course, development is also a pillar. So in summary, educators must know that this century requires that everybody become better and better every day. Things are changing every day, and to become relevant and significant that we want you to be, to stay relevant and to become a voice to be reckoned with, you must continually place emphasis daily on your personal development. It is not negotiable, it is highly indispensable, and it is a must for every educator that wants to move from being just an educator to becoming an exceptional and extraordinary educator, an A-list educator that will continue to engage ourselves every single day and become a better version of ourselves. Don't forget that you want to impact lives, you want to improve lives, you want to make lives better. But if your life is not better, how do you make other people's life better? So we want the quality of learning and teaching to improve, but more importantly, the educator himself, his image, what he carries, his value, his impact, his significance, his relevance in the society. We want you to become better, and one surest way to do that is for that educator to develop himself, continually engage in personal investments. These are ways by which you can transform your life as an educator and become the global voice that you are meant to be.